I still believe in SUI. And why is that? It's because I still think that it could hypothetically go to the price of $20 during this bull run. And even though nothing I say is financial advice nor guarantee, I think that SUI is one of the best layer 1 blockchains out there. Now, before I get started any further, people may think that this is very corny, man. We've heard for so long that people say that this is the best layer 1 blockchain. No, this other one's better. But oftentimes, people are often forgetting the numbers because at the end of the day, numbers, they don't lie. People can have opinions, but again, the numbers, they do speak for themselves. And when it comes to SUI, it has the statistics to showcase why it's one of the best out there. For instance, we take a look at how transactions per second is around 297,000. Also on top of that, the time to finality is around 400 milliseconds on average. Allegedly, by the way, faster than Solana, Avalanche, and Ethereum. So when people say that Ethereum is amazing, Solana is amazing, Avalanche is amazing, they say this, right? And I still do believe that they are not bad blockchains, but you take a look at SUI, they do have them beat. So really, when you think about that, man, it's really one of a kind. Now, I did say that those blockchains are not that bad, but what do I mean by this? More specifically, if I take a look at Ethereum, for instance, now I think this thing is actually a little bit bad because you take a look at how, for instance, sky-high gas fees, it's arguably not even scalable, unlike SUI. SUI, you don't see any of that type of nonsense. So fundamentally, I think SUI is just a lot better than, for instance, something like Ethereum, even though the ecosystem and fans may not be as developed as of right now. However, it doesn't end there because you take a look at, for instance, total value locked on SUI is currently over $600 million. Also, over 15 million active accounts, and it's even been able to facilitate over 4 billion transactions. So yeah, when it comes to SUI, again, it's not the biggest out there, but these numbers, they're very spectacular given the current conditions. Altcoins, they're not necessarily doing the best as of right now. People, they're not really that bullish on layer 1 blockchains as we speak. But man, SUI is holding pretty strong, and I think this, if anything, is a clear indicator that it's going to be here for the long term, because if it's surviving right now, if it's surviving at times when people don't really believe in it, guess what's going to happen once the crypto space picks up again? Once, there is large-scale institutional adoption for layer 1 blockchains. Man, SUI, the sky's the limit for it at that point. Now, also on top of that, we take a look at, for instance, companies like Alibaba Cloud, shout out to Jack Ma, by the way, if you know, you know. Also on top of that, Oracle Red Bull Racing, they're currently building on SUI. So yeah, that's how amazing SUI is. Trusted by real deal companies. Statistics, again, very amazing. Man, how can I go wrong with this? At least that's the way I view it. Also on top of that, the SUI website, it looks very professional. Some other projects out there, I take a look at their website, it looks like it's made at a garage or something like that. Nothing wrong with that. But in today's day and age, for a layer 1 blockchain, let's say they have good resources, let's say they have, a lot of financing, why can't they make a good website? That's just the way I take a look at it. Enterprises, potentially, they're going to take a look at that. Potential people who want to, partner up with them. Like, why would they make a website that's bad? That's just bad thinking, in my opinion. And SUI, they understand this, which is why they focus on these small details. The website looks very professional. It's not very tacky. It's not corny. It's nothing like that. It looks very amazing. So that's just a cherry on top, though. It's not the main determining factor for SUI. But again, I think it's a great touch nonetheless. So something this amazing at the price of $20, really, is it that crazy? I don't think so. At that point, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $52 billion. Not too much to ask for. For instance, we saw BNB reach over $100 billion in market cap in the past. And I think SUI is just a lot more revolutionary because, for instance, we take a look at, even according to Crypto.com research, the BNB Smart Chain ecosystem accounted for slightly over 2% of the entire crypto hacks that happened back in 2023. Now, that's not really a big number in the grand scheme of things, but when you consider just how massive the crypto space is overall, I think that right there is, quite frankly, very embarrassing. I think that's very unacceptable. So if something like BNB can reach over $100 billion in market cap, why can't SUI at least go to around half of that, $52 billion market cap, approximately? Again, why can't it do that? I don't think it's too much to ask for at all. You take a look at the hype for the Bitcoin ETF, you take a look at, the community that Bitcoin has. Also on top of that, you take a look at the number of institutional investors Bitcoin has. Really, the sky's the limit for something like Bitcoin during this bull run. And the price of $150,000 for Bitcoin wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, again, during this bull run. I think if that were to happen, the altcoin season is going to look legendary. especially when you combine that with the fact that there's currently over 500 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research. These are very bullish factors that could very well allow, again, Bitcoin to reach great heights. And I think naturally, as Bitcoin does that, altcoins are going to go along with the ride. And I think SUI is going to go along with the ride as well. So $20 isn't crazy. Also on top of that, right now, it's not supposed to be the time yet when we see altcoins peak, because even if we take a look at this based off of history, now I get it, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does tend to rhyme. And typically, based off of history, again, altcoins, they usually peak anywhere between half a year to a year and a half after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, if we base this off the last Bitcoin halving event, which happened a number of months ago back in April, that's anywhere between October of this year to October next year for altcoins to peak. Not that long in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that far. This is just potentially worst case scenario, waiting a little bit over a year from right now. Not too bad. I mean, a lot of people, they've been in the crypto space ever since 2021. So this is like peanuts, right? If they've been through, 2022, 2023. I mean, we're in the second half of 2024. Not so bad in my opinion. So I'm staying patient. I'm going to continue to accumulate SUI. I'm going to hold and I'm just going to wait. That's it. No day trading, no using leverage, no swing trading for me. When I believe in a project, I just like to stay consistent, acquire as much as I possibly can on a set schedule. And again, just wait for the peak of the bull run, because SUI at that price of $20 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.